Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Alhamdulillah, Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Welcome again to my channel. So for this video, let's start with the first part of the coverage, right? Which is understanding Islamicate Digital Humanities. So in my introductory video for this series of tutorial, I already discussed to you at least what do we mean by Islamicate Digital Humanities using Julia, what are we trying to study here, how is it at a high level architecture, right? What are we trying to do here, right? And what benefit can we get out of this one, right? So more or less, I'd say we've captured that, but maybe just in summary on that part is that when we say Islamicate Digital Humanities using Julia, first, looking at the digital humanities part, we are referring to a field of humanities that deals with digital tools for analyzing the humanities text or anything humanities, right? And then when we say Islamicate Digital Humanities, we are now limiting our scope of digital humanities to only Islamicate texts in this case, right? And when we say using Julia, we are now saying that we are going to study Islamicate Digital Humanities using a digital tool, which in this case is a programming language, and it's called Julia. And a programming language, as I mentioned before, you can think of it like a way for us to communicate with a computer, similar to how we use our natural language to communicate with um, other individuals or other human beings, right? So, that's the at least essence of the topic or the title of this series of tutorial. So I hope that we've covered this part already, and so at this point I just want you to, or at least at this point I would like to show you more about other platforms where we can look into other research papers in Islamic Digital Humanities. So one of those is you can go to one, for example, in terms of journal. So we have the digital scholarship um, from Oxford University. So this one, so this platform, while it is not specifically focused on Islamic digital humanities, but rather on any digital humanities topics, so which means it covers several fields of humanities in this case. But this is also a good platform for us to look into the papers in terms of studying, say, the Quran or a hadith, for example. So you can also look into this, right? So it's digital scholarship in the humanities. You can look for articles or journals in this platform. The other journal, which is I would say it's very new, is actually the from Brill University, which is the Journal of, let's see, Journal of Islamicate. Yeah, this one. So Journal of Islamicate Digital Humanities. This is uh, a new journal from Brill, and this one is very concentrated or very focused on digital Islamic digital humanities. So this is basically the journal for all research papers on digital Islamic universe. And the good thing is that at least the recent issue that they have here is open for is open access, so you can actually download it, right? So if you look into one of the uh, paper here, so this one, so this is another this is just a sample paper on Islamic digital humanities, right? Anyways, so this is the second one, and the other one is I think it was, it's is a is from Association of Computational Linguistics, which is ACL, of course, which is particularly under the WANLACL NLP, I think. I forgot exactly. Yeah, workshop on Arabic language processing. So this is actually some papers in this in Islamicate Digital Humanities as well. So you can also look into this. But although this one is very broad, of course, it deals with all text analytics of the of Arabic text. So, but 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 this one is deals. I would say it's more focused on um, the methodology of the different, say, techniques that we can use for analyzing Arabic texts, or also it also contains some, say, database of say um, Arabic text, for example. But this is another platform that you can also look into for Islamic Digital Humanities research papers, right? So yeah, so I guess in my next tutorial, since we've more or less covered as to what is Islamic Digital Humanities, um, it's, I guess, timely for us to proceed to understanding how can we interact with the Quran uh, using Julia programming language, right? And in my previous video, I've shown you that one of the tools that we're going to use is Quran3.jl, which is the library that I developed. And so in my next tutorial, we're going to set up the platform that we're going to use for doing Julia programming, right? And for this one, you don't actually need any, we are not going to install anything yet. We're just going to use some online platforms which we can use to run Julia programming language and do some of the processing that we are going to do for say, in this case, for the Quran, for Quran text. Yeah. But before I end, I'd like to highlight that when processing the Quran, when studying the Quran, I'd like to emphasize that it's, we have to have some respect into that text, right? I'm a Muslim, but if you are not a Muslim, for example, all I ask from you is that, just show some respect, of course. At the end of the day, this is uh, revered by billions of individuals around the world, right? So you may not believe it, but at least show some respect, right? And of course, that's how we treat any scriptures that are um, revered by many, say, followers, for example, right? So yeah, inshallah, we'll see you, or I'll see you in the next video. Assalamu alaikum.